me take care of it. Resident Evil.
Hey everybody, welcome to my Let's Play of Resident Evil Remake, the HD edition. Some of you may remember that not too long ago I did a playthrough using Jill, and now I'm back in time for Halloween once again to go through the game with Chris. I'm going to play his game on the easy setting, whereas most people that have played this game, they know that the easy setting actually is anything but easy. It's actually more the equivalent of a normal setting on other games, and normal on this game is the equivalent of hard. And Chris's game is already hard enough, so we don't need any extra help with that. It's harder for several different reasons, a few of which are he doesn't have a lockpick, he has less inventory spaces, so inventory management is a much bigger problem for him than Jill. He never gets the grenade launcher, the enemies are more difficult, and so on. So his game is much more challenging, but it's a whole lot of fun, and we're going to get started right now.
Resident Evil.
We're going to leave all these settings just like they are, display wide, controls alternate, which basically just means I can use the analog stick instead of the old school tank controls, and subtitles on. This is the setting we're going to use like going on a hike, good exercise but not too strenuous. It's not really readily apparent from the wording here, but the first one is the normal setting, which is hard as hell. The second one is the easy setting, which is actually more like normal. And this is the very easy, which is more like easy. We're just going to go right down middle of the road. It's going to be good enough for us. And there's our dude, Chris Redfield. Let's do this.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo Team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
this way.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Here we go.
Is everyone all right?
Barry. Where's Barry?
He's...
No. What was that?
I'll go and check it out.
All right. Jill and I will stay and secure this area.
Chris? Take care.
Yeah.
I just thought it was hilarious that we have 3 special forces people, but they hear a gunshot, but they're only going to send one guy to investigate the obviously suspicious gunshot and leave 2 people to investigate an empty hallway or lobby. Alright, one quick note about this playthrough. I'm going to go at a pretty brisk pace. I'm not trying to do a speed playthrough, but I'm going to move pretty quick. I know where things are for the most part, unless I forget, and I know the order in which I need to do things. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time wandering around the mansion and doing stuff like that. I'm going to be pretty much on the spot, one objective to the next. It'll be pretty good to follow me to get through the game, but you may miss a little bit of the lore if you want to read every single document and things like that, because there are going to be some that I missed. So basically all I'm saying is it's going to be not a speed playthrough, but I'm going to move pretty quick. Probably not fast enough to win any great prizes at the end, but pretty swift. Alright, take a left down here. Hey, what's this? Kiss, kiss. Alright, don't screw with this guy. Just leave him there and just head on out. Quick tip for this game, never, ever, 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 ever fight a zombie with a damn knife unless you like dying. It's not impossible to kill a zombie with a knife, but it's hard as shit, and it's totally not worth it, especially when you're going to get some bullets here shortly. Anyway, killing that zombie really doesn't do you any good right now, so just turn around and head back out. You know, I was just thinking what's sad is he just got in this mansion, and they heard the gunshot when they were in the lobby. And obviously that must have been that guy there before he got overcome by the zombie. If they'd gotten there, what, 5 minutes earlier, that guy wouldn't have gotten killed and there'd be an entirely new character in this game that didn't exist before. It's kind of wild. Let's head back out here and tell Wesker and Jill what we found.
Wesker? Jill? Where did they go?
Who are you talking to? Aha! Nice. Now, it seems obvious, but the first thing you need to do is pick up this gun. Believe it or not, people have missed picking up that gun, or they decide to wander around a little bit before they pick it up. Then they forget about it, and they get stuck trying to play this game without a gun forever until they go back and find it. So, step 1, just be safe. Pick up the gun. In fact, put it in your damn hand. Put that knife out of your hand, and then put it out of your mind. Never go back to the knife. Alright, let's head right back over where we came from. That'll be the first step we take. Back over to where that zombie was. Now, we still won't have to fight this zombie because in our absence, he's actually moved to the other side of the hall. So unless you go down that direction and screw around with him, you won't have to mess with him. He is down there. But we won't be going that way for a while, so we're going to head this way. See what's going on with this body. The corpse of your comrade, Kenneth. It looks like he's holding something. What you got, man? It's the film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. Okay, well, we'll take it with us. It looks like his throat's been torn out. Okay, so yeah. Never go down there and screw with that zombie. We'll deal with him later on down the line. Yeah, I know you're there. I know you're there. Okay, moving on. Oh, there's some bullets right here. Goes without saying, pick up every clip you can. Oh, well, what we have here? There's a corpse, collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What the hell happened in this mansion? I love the bondage chains there on the wall. Couple of green herbs there. If you need some health, I'm not going to take them. It's always good to remember that they're there if, you know, shit hits the fan and you need some quick health and you're out. Those two will always be sitting there. But I don't need them. I'm not going to clog up my inventory, so we're going to move on. As always, inventory for Chris is a big deal. He only has 6 spots. Jill has 8, which makes a huge difference. And right now, one of my spots is being taken up by that useless, stinking knife that's just taunting me there. Be glad we can get rid of it. Head through this door. Alright, zombie on the floor in front of us. Don't worry about him right now. Take a right. But we need to worry about him. As you see him in the mirror and in front of us. Take him out. Still dead. Alright, now he's gone. Now sometimes you can actually get around that guy. It just depends kind of on how the game loads, I think. Sometimes he's standing over here off to himself. And you can actually just run right past him and not have to waste your bullets on him and not have to deal with him later. And by deal with him later, I'll explain when that comes up. But that time he was actually right there in front of me, so I had to deal with him. Definitely pick up the golden arrow. That's the first main item that we'll be picking up. Examine an item. From the status screen, select an item and then select the examine command. The details of the item will be displayed. Basically, all that's saying is when you pick up an item in this game, oftentimes there's more to it than meets the eye. So go to it, select it, and examine it to see if there's more to it than what you just think. And with this arrow, once we examine it, we learn that the arrowhead can be taken off. And that's what we actually need. We need the arrowhead. If you don't take the arrowhead off the item, you're never able to use it. So always examine everything that you pick up. Good to go? Will you take the handgun magazine? Hell yes. Head on down the hall. On the higher difficulty level, there is a zombie down here. But there's not on this one, so we're good to go. Unlock this door and head out. Now where we're going to pop out is the balcony directly above the dining room. There's our squishy zombie friend over there. Hey, look, a dagger. Will you take the dagger? These daggers are defensive items, and basically what they mean is if you have a defensive item in your inventory and you get grabbed by a zombie or a dog jumps on you, if you have one of these things, your character will stick them with that knife and it'll get them off of you before they can do you any harm. They come in really good handy if you get stuck up on a zombie or run out of bullets, but the trick is you got to have them in your inventory, so pick up every one of these that you can. So we will take it. And that's basically what it's explaining, is how to use them. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take this zombie out. The statue there on the left, you see, is holding the blue gem. We're going to need that. The only way to get it is to break that statue. This is something that I won't be needing for a while, this gem. But while I come by here, I always just go ahead and do it and get it over with. That way I don't forget and have to come back up here and do it later. So statue falls, shatters, the gem is free, and it's laying down there on the floor on the dining room whenever I'm ready to go pick it up. But not right now. Back out to the lobby. Heading on down. Now where we're going to go with this arrow is out this door to the outside. And this door, I can't even recall how long it took me to realize there was a damn door there. there was a damn door there. You can barely tell it's a door, but it is a door, and it leads to like a back courtyard. See, look at that damn door. It doesn't even look like a door. Bullshit. Okay, heading out. On the higher difficulty level, there are a couple of zombies out here that you would probably have to just dodge, since you'd run out of bullets if you try to shoot them all. Okay. A tomb engraved with a picture of an angel. There's an indentation in the shape of an arrow. I wonder what we have that might fit into the indentation of an arrow. Probably this arrowhead. So you want to use that here. And it opens up. Heading down. I really love the lighting and shadows down here in this hallway and in this tomb. There's a totally not suspicious looking coffin hanging from the ceiling. A book is fitted perfectly in the indentation. Will you take the Book of Curses? Sure, why not? As always, examine the new item. Let's see what's... there's a key embedded on the back. Will you remove it? Sure. Now I got a mansion key. Let's see what's inside this book. Book of Curses. The Four Masks. A mask that speaks no evil. A mask that smells no evil. What? Whatever. A mask that sees no evil. A mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. How do you smell evil? Is that like a White Castle bathroom? What is that? What the hell does that even mean? Whatever. When all four fall into place, evil will awaken. There's a lot of uses of the word evil. So I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen when we solve that puzzle. And it has to do with these statues of these faces down here, but not yet. That will be later on. For now, we're going to take that key and head back out. Now over here, to Chris's right, your left, there are some shotgun rounds. See him sitting over there? But we're not going to mess with him right now because he doesn't have a shotgun. And if we picked him up right now, it would just basically be taking up inventory space that we desperately need. So we're not going to mess with him. We'll just pick him up later. Heading back in. The majority of the doors in this mansion are locked. And they're locked with specific keys that are based on basically armor sets. Like you have a sword key, you've got a helmet key, you've got an armor key, etc. And I believe we just picked up the sword key. Let's examine it. Yep, it's the sword key. So obviously one of the biggest things you're going to be doing in this game to progress is finding the specific keys you need to open the doors in the mansion to move forward. And we got our first one, so let's go use it. Back over here to the lobby. The lobby balcony. Gonna head right back over from where we came from, but instead of going back in the door we came out of, this one, we're going in this door. You use the sword key. Obviously, if you came to this door before now, it would have just told you it was locked. So I didn't even bother to come over here. I knew I needed the key. Now we can go in. And we're gonna have a friend or two that we need to dispose of, at least one, maybe two. There we go. One of the best ways to tell if there's a zombie around is to make use of the auto aim. Ooh, that sounded juicy. Face away from where you think a zombie might be and hit the auto aim button. And if your character swings around, then that means there's a zombie around. Oh, there's one coming now. See how he swings around when I hit the auto aim button? It's a really good trick that helps you if you're in a bad camera angle and you can't tell what's in front of you. Also, it helps you tell if the zombie is dead after he hits the ground. See, the first time he hit the ground, he looked like he was dead, but my auto aim was still zeroing in on him, which means he would have got right back up off the ground. So, auto aim trick is useful. Now, this guy, I blew his head off. So, we're not going to have to worry about him ever again. That's kind of a random fluky thing to whether Chris blows their head off or not with his bullets. And why that's important will be explained very shortly. More corpses on the ground. We'll leave him there. And go in here. And this is a safe room. For those new to the game, anytime you enter a safe room here that's got a inventory box and a typewriter and all that, and the very serene music, you're always going to be safe in here. You're never going to be attacked by anything. You're probably going to find healing items and things in the box. We're going to get rid of this stinking, stupid knife. Goodbye. And we got some bullets in there, so we're going to grab those. I'm going to leave the first aid spray in there, though. I don't need it right now. Let's see what's over here by the typewriter. Special instruction for the disposal of dead bodies. We have new information regarding those beings. I like the way the word beings is in quotation marks, like they're alleged beings. We're not sure if they're beings or not. They might be. They may appear to be dead, but in fact, they are able to come back to life. However, there are ways to prevent them from becoming active again. Currently, there are 2 known methods to cease their resurrection. Number 1, incineration, and number 2, destruction of the head. If further methods are discovered, you will be notified immediately. Meanwhile, to those of you who still have the will to live, that's nice. Oil has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. Take as much as you need. You'll need something to light it with, which you'll need to find by yourself. So, that is why these zombie bodies that we're killing aren't disappearing. They're just laying there on the floor. It's because later on in this game, if you don't deal with them, they will get back up, and they will get back up in a form more hideous than anything that you can imagine. It's bad. It's real bad. So we don't want them getting back up. But the only way to keep that from happening is to blow their head off or burn their bodies. Good thing about Chris, one of the few advantages he has over Jill is that he constantly has a lighter in his inventory. If you recall Jill, she always has the lockpick in her inventory. But we have Chris, so he's got the lighter all the time, which really comes in handy with burning up zombies. But the next thing we need, obviously, is something to light the fire, which is some kerosene and something to hold the kerosene in, which we'll be getting soon. Let's see, let me make sure I got everything that I need. Alright, I think I'm good. Let's get out of here. So all these damn zombies that we're killing, or we think we're killing, that are laying on the floor, or like that guy right there that's already on the floor. We got to deal with those guys sooner rather than later. Now down this hallway there are a couple of doors, but they're locked. Chris can't get into either one of them right now, so we're not going to waste our time. Head back up. Go straight this way. Notice that guy is still laying on the floor, so we got to burn him. But this guy is gone, the one whose head I blew up. He disappeared, because like the memo said, if you can get their head to explode, you don't have to worry about it. And there's like a random lucky chance that every now and then one of Chris's shots will pop their head off, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. But the other guy here on the floor, we're going to have to come back and deal with him eventually. Go to the hall, unlock the door, and step on out. So try to remember where all the zombies are laying on the floor, like this guy right there. Okay, we're going back to the main hall. All the way back out. There's the herbs there if you need them, and that zombie that was there is gone. I wonder where he went. Maybe we went to go get a sandwich or something. A brain sandwich, who knows? Okay. Always remember that first zombie is still down that hallway. Don't go too far down there or he will run into you or you'll run into him and then you got issues. Now we're back down in the dining room, or the dining room as Barry would say. And there's that statue that I pushed off and the gem is there. Don't pick it up, just remember where it is. We'll come back and get it later. Oh yeah, ink ribbon there, typewriter there, if you happen to need to save your game in the middle of all this, but you probably won't, so I'm gonna leave that there because I don't want to waste the inventory space. Back in the good old lobby. What we're gonna do is go straight across and go into the double doors. Okay, for those of you new to the game, or maybe not new but don't recall the layout of the mansion, see that flashing light inside that pot on that statue? That is the map to the first floor of the mansion, the entire first floor. In order to get it, you just have to push this dresser over to here, climb up, and grab it. I'm not going to because I don't need it. But it's because I know the mansion well enough. I know where I got to go and how to get there. But if you're not, then by all means, please climb up there and get it. It'll help you out a ton. But I'm not. I'm actually going to do something different here. This is a totally optional thing that I try every time I play this game. Now back here is the self-defense dagger, as you can see. What's tricky about this is you can pick it up, but I'll go ahead and reveal a little bit of the upcoming events. As you're on your way out, after you pick up that dagger, you will get accosted by a zombie, okay? And as you can see, it's very tight quarters in here. If you can make it past the zombie and get out, then you've gained yourself an extra defensive dagger for your inventory, which is always good. If you don't make it out, he's going to grab you and you're going to end up having to use it anyway. So it ends up being a wash. But every time I play this game, I come down here and I get this dagger and try to see if I can make it out. So I think I have probably about a 25% chance of making it past this guy. Not really good odds, but let's see how it goes. Alright, here we go. See if I can get around him. Nope, didn't make it. Damn it. If you don't make it, it's not that big a deal. As you see, he'll stick him in the head and you can just run out. Oh, turn around. One thing you want to make sure you do is push this over to block the door. Do not waste your bullets on this guy. Even if you didn't get it, don't waste your bullets. It's not worth it. Damn it. Sometimes I can get past him, sometimes I can't. It mostly just depends on his walking pattern. Sometimes he'll take a step and kind of go really far to the left or right and I'm able to run around him, but not that time. We'll use the sword key on this door and head through. But I definitely recommend you trying to do that because you never know. You may be able to get past him, and if you don't, like I said, you'll just use the defensive weapon anyway. No loss. Just run out and block the door and he can't get to you. Move this. We'll take that dagger. Boo. Make sure you move this one too, because there's something here as well. Bullets. One quick note about this hallway. For people that remember the original Resident Evil from way back in 1996, or the director's cut from, I believe, 97, when you come down this hall, dogs burst through these windows and attack you. One will jump through on this side of the hall, and one will jump through here. And it's kind of a callback to that now with the way that window cracked just now. But the only thing that will actually trigger those dogs to come out is not if you go from the mat room down this way like I just went, the dogs won't come out. But if you go through this door and then turn around and come back through this hallway the other direction, the dogs will jump out every time. So just remember that. If you come through this hallway, make sure you take the path from the mat room where we just came from down and through this door, and you won't have to deal with the dogs. But once you go through this door, go around the long way if you want to avoid the dogs. Don't turn around and go back through that door, or you're going to be in a world of hurt. This door is locked. It's an old-fashioned lock that's rather simple in mechanism. Now Jill, this is a door that she would use her lockpick on. She'd be in that door in 2 seconds. But since Chris doesn't have one, he actually has to find items called old keys. That's literally the fucking name, old key. You got to find an old key, and then he could use those to open the doors that she usually uses a lockpick on. I don't have an old key yet, so I can't get through that door. So we're going to skip it for now, and we're going to go in here. And it looks like a yummy, tasty bathroom. Outstanding. Well, check out the tub. It's full of dirty water. Remove the plug? Sure. Come on, old man, get your ass out of the tub. What the hell's coming out of his mouth? Don't try to fight this guy in here. Just run past him. Take the old key out of the tub. We finally have an old key. Take it, and then get out. Now we're going to have to deal with that zombie eventually. There's no getting away from it. But it's better to deal with him when you're not cramped in that bathroom. So, like I said, while he's getting up off the floor, run by him, get the key, and then get out. Now we have an old key. We can open this door. Another thing that's a pain in the ass about Chris is that he has to find an old key for each door. So, once I use this old key and unlock the door, that old key is gone. So the next time I find a door that needs opening, I got to find another old key. So yet another way that Chris's game is a little more challenging. Okay, now we're outside. Take a deep breath. Smell that death in the air. Alright, there's dogs patrolling outside that fence. They look scary. Just don't shoot them. They can't mess with you. Take this chemical. Will you take the very specifically named chemical to use on plants? Yes, I will. Crazy ass name. And you see here in this can, that's the kerosene. That's the stuff we would use to burn those zombies so they don't come back. I don't have anything to put the kerosene in right now, but this is a source to fill it up later. But we are going to take this red herb and this green herb. Those of you that have played this game before already know this, but if not, if you combine a red herb with a green herb, you end up with a potion that will completely restore your health. And we'll pick up this one green herb. If you take just one green herb by itself, like the one I just picked up here, then I think it'll restore either a third or a quarter of your health. Not a lot, but better than nothing. Alright, let's go back inside. Remember, don't screw with the dogs and they can't hurt you. Later on, if you run out of kerosene and you try to come back out here to this spot to fill it up, you can. But you will have to deal with the dogs. Hey, look who it is. Much easier to deal with him out here than in that damn bathroom. Let's check our auto aim, see if he's alive. Yep, he is. See how he spins around? Now he's dead. But you notice his head didn't pop when he died, so that means I'm going to have to come back through here and burn him up. Or he's going to come back. This door right here, we don't have the means to complete the task that's required on the other side, so don't even waste your time. Leave it. We'll come back to it and go through this door. There's a zombie hiding at the end of this hall, but we don't need to mess with him now because we're going this way. Take a right and through this door. Okay, haul ass straight ahead. I want to try to lure this guy up the steps and take him down. He's not alone. There's another guy up here, I believe. Oh, hello, there he is. Nice. Now, his head exploded, so we don't have to worry about him ever again. This guy did not, so we're going to have to handle him eventually. There's an herb there, but my inventory is full, so we're going to leave it for now. And head inside of here. This is our second safe room. Gotta love these places. Let's get rid of some of this inventory weight. You can put the chemical up. We don't need it for a while. Put all your herbs up, unless you feel like you need them. I don't think I need the herbs, so I'm not going to carry them around with me. But if you're having trouble with the combat, or you're a little concerned, you can keep one with you. Just be prepared if you run into any kind of inventory situations later. You may have to make a pit stop back to a safe room. We will take that. And this is the item that we needed. The fuel canteen. This is what will hold the kerosene that we'll use to burn all these fucking things. So let's go to this kerosene jug here. Refill it? Yes. Let's go outside and I will show you how we use it. get this bastard on the stairs. Basically, all you have to do is stand on top of them and just click use. But just make sure that you have your lighter with you, which Chris always has his lighter. If you were playing Jill's playthrough, you would have to make sure that you picked up your lighter out of your inventory. Now, once you light it, you got to get the hell out of the way or you'll get caught on fire too. Once the fire goes completely out, you can go over it. Now, the next time this area reloads, his body will be gone off the stairs, just like this guy's body is gone from the landing. That's how you know they will never be coming back if they disappear completely. Okay, let's head back in here. And that is where I'm going to call this video. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. This is going to be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to doing this for a while. Halloween is definitely the best time to do this, so I'm going to be trying to churn these videos out pretty consistently from now until Halloween. May end up going past Halloween. Jill's playthrough did, which is fine. I don't really mind. As always, thanks so much for watching. Give the video a like, share it with anybody that you think might be into it. Comment if you've got anything on your mind, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.